of our 30-day live challenge. If you're watching the recording, you know what to do. Type hashtag replay so I'll know you came through. Today we're covering the art of pruning, exploring techniques that will help your landscape thrive. Pruning isn't just about aesthetics. It's about ensuring the health and vitality of your outdoor space. So we're going to uncover some of the secrets of proper pruning for a healthier landscape. First, we're going to cover the importance of pruning. Pruning is a foundational practice in landscaping that holds the key to a flourishing and visually appealing outdoor space. It's not just about aesthetics, it's about the overall well-being of your plants and the harmony of your landscape. We're going to cover the multifaceted significance of pruning and why it's an absolute necessity for gardening enthusiasts. So first, it promotes plant health. Pruning is like the wellness routine for your plants. It involves the removal of dead, diseased, and overgrown branches, which can act as breeding grounds for pests and disease. By cutting away these problematic areas, you enhance air circulation and sunlight penetration, reducing the risk of fungal infection and infestation. This promotes the overall health of your plants, allowing them to thrive and resist common ailments. Pruning is also a powerful catalyst for fresh growth. When you prune correctly, you stimulate the development of new shoots and branches. This rejuvenates the plant, leading to a denser foliage, more vibrant blooms, and an overall rejuvenated appearance. It's like giving your plants a second lease on life, fostering a continuous cycle of renewal and vitality. One of the most immediate benefits of pruning is its impact on the visual aspects of your landscape. Trimming away unruly branches and deadwood shapes your plant and define appealing form. Pruning allows you to control the size and shape of your shrubs and trees, ensuring they complement the design of your garden. It's the artistry behind a well-manicured landscape. It also enhances safety. Neglected branches can pose safety hazards, especially during storms or high winds. They can fall and break, causing damage to property or posing risks to people. Pruning removes such hazards, making your landscape a safer place for both you and your neighborhood. It optimizes resources. Pruning helps you to optimize and allocate the allocation of resources within your plants. By removing excess branches, you reduce competition for nutrients, water, and sunlight. This results in more effective resource utilization, leading to healthier and more robust growth. So, shaping your garden story. Every plant in your landscape contributes to the narrative of your garden. Pruning allows you to script that narrative, shaping plants that complement your overall design. It's a storytelling tool that lets you orchestrate the visual journey through your outdoor space. Now, when and what to prune? Pruning is a precise craft that requires careful timing and an understanding of the plants in the landscape. Choosing the right moment to prune can make all the difference in the results you achieve. So we're going to explore some of the best times to prune various plants and shrubs, the types of plants and benefits of most from pruning, and essential tools you'll need for the job. Timing is everything. Hi, Marvy. Good to see you. Pruning should ideally occur during specific times of the year, depending on the plant type. For most deciduous trees and shrubs, late winter or early spring, before the new growth begins, is ideal. This dormant season allows you to see the plant's structure clearly and make precise cuts without causing undue stress. Conversely, for spring flowering shrubs, it's best to prune immediately after they've finished blooming to avoid cutting off the next year's flowering buds. Plants that benefit from pruning. Not all plants require the same level of pruning, but several categories benefit significantly from regular trimming. So one of them is shrubs. Pruning encourages full, bushy growth, enhances flowering, and removes deadhead. Fruit trees. Proper pruning of fruit trees can increase fruit production, improving fruit quality and reduces disease susceptibility. Pruning roses stimulates new growth, increases flower production, and maintains a pleasing shape. For hedges, regular pruning of hedges keeps them dense, neat, and visually appealing. With perennials, when you cut back perennials in the fall or early spring, it promotes healthy new growth and prevents overcrowding. So let's cover some of the essential tools that's needed. To achieve a precise, clean cut, you need the right tools for the job. One is pruning shears. They are essential for small branches and precise cuts. The next is loppers. They're designed for thicker branches. Loppers provide extra leverage and reach. A pruning saw for larger branches that pruning shears or loppers can't handle. A pruning saw ensures clean cuts. Hedge trimmers are perfect for shaping and maintaining hedges. And gloves are to protect your hands while handling plants and sharp tools. Most importantly is safety gear. Safety glasses, hearing protection, and even a helmet can be necessary when working with proper tools or handling branches overhead. Now let's cover pruning techniques. Pruning is more than just trimming away branches. It's a craft that requires finesse and precision. To achieve the desired results, we'll look into two fundamental pruning techniques. One is selective branch removal, and the second is shaping and trimming. We'll provide a step-by-step guide on how to make precise cuts that encourage healthy growth and improve the overall appearance of your plants. So for selective branch removal, let's talk about why this even matters. Selective branch removal is about identifying and removing specific branches to enhance the plant's structure and health. By eliminating dead, diseased, or crossing branches, you promote better air circulation and light penetration, reducing the risk of diseases and allowing the plant to allocate energy more effectively. So for a step-by-step guide for select branch removal, first you identify the branch. Begin by identifying the branch you want to remove. Look for signs of damage, disease, or branches that are crossing and rubbing against each other. Next, you choose the right spot. Locate a healthy bud or lateral branch just outside the branch collar or the area that's swollen where the branch meets the trunk. This is where you'll make the cut. Then to make the cut, using a sharp pruning shears or lopper, make a clean slanting cut about 1/4 inch above the bud or the lateral branch. Cutting at a slight angle helps water shed from the wound. Dispose of the debris. Remove and dispose of the pruned branches properly. Do not leave them lying around as they can harbor pests and diseases. Next, we have shaping and thinning. Let's talk about why that matters. Shaping and thinning involves sculpturing the plant's overall form and density. Shaping helps to maintain a pleasing appearance, while thinning reduces overcrowding, improving circulation, and encourages the healthy growth. So for a step-by-step guide for shaping and thinning, first you determine the goal. Decide whether you want to shape the plant into a particular form or simply thin it out. Understanding your goal will guide your cut. Start from the inside. Begin by removing dead, damaged, and crossed branches from the plant's interior. This opens up space and allows better air and light penetration. Maintain its natural form. When shaping, aim to maintain the plant's natural growth habit. Follow the plant's branch pattern and make cuts just above the buds or lateral branches that face the desired direction. Thin sparingly. While thinning, avoid excessive removal. You might want to maintain the plant's density while reducing overcrowding. Remove weaker or less productive branches. So step back and assess. Periodically step back and assess your progress. Make adjustments as needed to achieve your desired shape or density. So now let's talk about the common pruning mistakes that you should avoid. Even experienced gardeners can make pruning mistakes that harm their landscape. Pruning is an art, but it's also a science. And like any craft, there are common mistakes that can hinder your efforts to create a healthier, more beautiful landscape. So let's look at some of these pitfalls so you can steer clear of them. The first is overpruning. The pitfall in overpruning or excessive cutting can weaken the plant and even lead to its decline. It's critical to maintain a balance between shaping and maintaining the plant's overall health. So to avoid this, a strategy would be, before making a cut, have a clear purpose in mind. Focus on removing just the dead, diseased, or crossing branches, and limit the removal of the healthy growth to maintain the plant's vitality. The second one is incorrect timing. The pitfall in that is pruning at the wrong time of year can stress the plant and potentially lead to reduced flowering or fruiting. A strategy to avoid this is to research the specific pruning requirements of the plant species you're working with. Some plants are best pruned in late winter or early spring before the new growth begins, while others benefit from summer or fall pruning. Third is topping trees. The pitfall there is topping or indiscriminately cutting off tops of trees or shrubs is harmful and unsightly. It can lead to weak regrowth, decay, and a loss of plant's natural form. So a strategy to avoid that is, instead of topping, opt for selective branch removal to maintain the tree's structural integrity and aesthetics. The next is leaving ragged cuts. The pitfall in that is jagged or uneven cuts can hinder the plant's ability to heal properly, leaving it vulnerable to diseases and pests. The strategy to avoid this is to always use sharp, clean pruning tools to create clean, smooth cuts. A sharp tool makes a clean cut that's easier for a plant to heal. Next is neglecting safety precautions. The pitfall in this is pruning can be physical, demanding, and neglecting the safety precaution can lead to accidents and injuries. And this is a very serious situation. It can really, cause fatalities, especially when pruning trees. The avoidance strategy is to wear appropriate safety gear, including gloves and safety glasses, and use sturdy ladders or platforms when pruning tall shrubs or trees. Also be cautious when working near power lines. Next is ignoring local regulations. The pitfall in here is some regions have specific regulations regarding tree pruning and removal, especially for protective or heritage trees. To avoid this, you check with your local ordinances and regulations before pruning or removing any trees or large shrubs to avoid these legal issues. Next is pruning during stressful conditions. Pruning during extreme heat, drought, or immediately after transplanting can stress the plant unnecessarily. The strategy is to choose the right time and weather conditions for pruning to minimize stress to a plant. Next is disposing of pruning materials incorrectly. The pitfall with this is leaving pruned branches and debris around can create a breeding ground for pests and disease. Properly disposing of pruned material by either chipping it for mulch or removing it from your landscape would be the best way to avoid this from happening. So pruning is an art that can transform your landscape and ensure its long-term health when done correctly. I hope you've enjoyed today's discussion and you're feeling a bit more confident in your pruning skills. Remember, a round pruned landscape is a healthy one. If you have any questions or want to share your pruning experiences, please reach out to me in the comment section. We're here to help you on your landscape journey. So until next time, keep your grass greener and your spirits higher. Take care.